further ado, I would like to bring Remy Ruby to the stage to give the President's address and notes.
Thank you, Patrick, for being here for us. Patrick has co-founded Alpha with us back in 2013. So Patrick, it was his idea with the support and the backup of the football associations in Australia. But because of a man like Patrick, now we've got the associations there with all the clubs underneath it. And the aim of the association is to put the different players from different communities, mainly the clubs where we've got a majority of Australian Lebanese players in them, to be under one federation as much as we can. And every year we compete. We organize the Alfa Cup. The Alfa Cup is a sort of a mini FIFA World Cup, where communities from different backgrounds play under their countries of origin, like the FIFA World Cup. And they compete. They play under their countries of origin. For example, like North Macedonia there, like who's just stepped in now, Cyprus next to him, India, China, and Japan, and Iran, and others. You're all welcome here, and I would like to welcome a couple of special guests who showed up tonight. One of them is the former Socceroos players, Mr. Steve O'Connor, who came over with Ayman Hadid, and also Paul De Luca, who's sitting in the back. I would like to welcome Mr. Joseph McCarry. I'm trying to mention those who are not mentioned by my friend, by Patrick. With Dr. Ashi, and Mr. Joe Khoury from the Al-Awadi newspaper. Mr. Al-Awadi, you're all welcome here. And excuse me if I forgot anyone, but I welcome you all. Kamil Al-Awadi as well from 2000 FM. And I would like to thank you all for being here. Teams representatives, media representatives, and community leaders, besides of my friend Mark Batini, Wendy, and Linda Holtz from Morgan, and the Mayor Carlos, of course. And where's Rachel? Rachel, my dear friend Rachel. Long way together. So yeah, thank you very much for being here tonight, and hopefully we can enjoy it. I won't hold you for a long time. I'm going to give back the microphone to the podium to Patrick, and we've got our lovely the famous Aaron Wallen is there. Thank you for your time to give a class for the Alfa Draw. It's a pleasure to have you among us. I'm sorry, was I heard before? It looks like it's different now. Yeah, and Aaron, thank you for coming here tonight to be part of the Alfa Draw. And it's really something that you have started from scratch 10 years ago. And because of COVID, it's a comeback now. In the last 3 years, we couldn't do it because of COVID. And but in the last tournament, we had 16 teams from the all age, and we had another 8 from the juniors. We were planning to go more for the women's, to play in Jensen Park and others, but unfortunately the pandemic has slowed us. And but anyway, we're here tonight, and we're back, and thank you for being part of it.
I'd like to invite our special guest to the stage. She's had an amazing journey as a sports presenter, from 9 News to 2GB to 2Day FM to the Daily Telegraph, and now she's got her own show on Sky. She's been host of both footy shows, which is very much a hardcore rugby league world. I'd like to give a warm welcome to Erin Molan.
Thank you very much. It's really lovely to be here, so thank you so much for having me.
We've got a football crowd in the house. You're a Liverpool FC fan. How did you pick Liverpool?
Honestly, Peter Sterling. You'll all know Peter Sterling from the Wrong Code, clearly, but he's an obsessed Liverpool FC fan. And so it was relatively late in life that he introduced me to that. I think they're in Thailand right now playing a pre-season match against Man U, I think, either have just or very shortly. But he's obsessed, and I think Robbie Farah as well was a big influence on me in that space too. So, yeah, look, they've had mixed years, just like my rugby league team, the Canberra Raiders, but look, you could do worse, right?
You've been on a pretty wild media journey. What have you learned? You've had the bullfeds in rugby league. You've got now you're out in the world of general news. What have you learned on the journey?
Gone from rugby league to politics. I tell you, I don't know which is worse. Look, it's been an incredible journey, to be honest. I'm 38 now, so it's been 17 years in the media, and look, a lot of lessons along the way, a lot of tough times, but many more incredible times. And the tough times seem to attract most of the attention when it comes to me. They always seem to get the headlines, but I've been incredibly blessed, and I've been the first woman in this country to do a lot of different things in sport, which has been a real honour. Pretty incredible that even in this decade, I was still the first woman to do things, so it's taken us a little while, but now I watch television and coverage, and you look at football, you look at rugby league, rugby union, AFL, and women are everywhere, which is amazing. And not women in token roles, but genuine, legitimate women who know what they're talking about. And it's amazing to watch. So, look, I've learned to be resilient, which I'm sure all of you have to be in your lines of work as well. I work hard. If I had more natural talent, I'd be, it'd be a lot easier, but I've always worked incredibly hard, and that's something that younger people here can learn a lot from, because it doesn't matter what you can do, and I've always had this attitude, it doesn't matter when I walk into a room, whether I'm the most talented, the best talker, the best with language, the most articulate. I know that every room I walk into, I would have done more prep than anyone else, and I would have worked harder prior to that, and that's something that I've always done my whole career, never become complacent in that area, and it's served me semi-well thus far, so we'll see.
One final question. I know your daughter Eliza's here. You played netball. I saw Eliza having a bit of a cry and a roll around out there. Maybe she's ready for football. Where are you?
Look, she's 4 years old. She's completely psychotic, but very cute. If she's inherited my athletic ability, she's completely screwed. If she's inherited her father, she's completely screwed too. But if she somehow managed to have some talent or ability, then I think we might push for golf. Do you think maybe, or tennis? No. No. So look, that's why I moved into sports media, because I didn't have much ability on the field myself. So, which is, I think, probably the thing for most of us who end up in the media talking about athletes who we could never really be them ourselves.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out to the capital of the Southwest. Put your hands together, Erin Mullins.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and I'd like to also welcome to the stage the most staunch supporter of the Alfa Cup. Been there through all the trials and tribulations and the highs. Always see him every time at the launch out at one of Remy's early morning Sunday or Saturday launches. I'd like to please welcome to the stage a great supporter. It's the Mayor of Canterbury Bankstown, Carl Archibald.
Thank you very much. Where do I begin? This idea, I think, began nearly a decade ago, and Council has supported the Alfa Cup ever since. And the main reason is we support community harmony. We support accepting each other for who we are, no matter where you come from, no matter who you pray to, no matter what your religion, your faith, your background, no matter what food you eat at home, no matter what sport you play. And in this case, we know the world game of soccer is something that's played in every single country on the planet. And so when the idea was brought to me and to the council, it made sense that we continue to support not only soccer, not only the Alfa Cup, but every single person in our community that aims to be part of a sporting club, that volunteers their time, because these gentlemen all up on the stage are all volunteers, and it's all about who we are as a community and who we are as a multicultural community with diversity so rich that makes us so strong. And so I congratulate the organisers after a tough couple of years with COVID and with the pandemic, that now sometimes it feels like we're starting from scratch. And in some ways we are. But that doesn't mean that we won't continue to support and to grow, and hopefully continue to see the youth, the men's, and also the future women's competition, so we can continue to encourage everybody to aspire to be their best, not only on the field, but off the field as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carl. Now we come to the business end of the evening, and I'd like to Draw the first two names. Are we ready, gents, to draw?
Sorry?
Are you ready for the draw?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yep.
For the leaders of each group?
To pull the first two.
Well, we need to get the buckets first.
How would the leaders of the group?
Let's start with the heads of the groups. You can do that. We're gonna start with the head of the groups first. Three. So you've got the A, B, C, and the three groups.
Put these in one?
Just the top seeds, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the three top seeds. Aaron, can I call you to the stage? First one is this one.
Yeah. And then put these in another one. Separate ones. Okay? So we draw.
Okay, can I? Sorry, can we
Is there
explain?
instruction?
Yeah,
Please.
please. Okay. Sorry.
The group.
Sorry to interrupt you. The seeds are based on you have three groups of 4 teams each. And the head of each group is based on the results we've got in the Alpha Cup 2019. So we have three groups, A, B, C, and we place them in a bucket. And in the other bucket we have the top 3 teams, North Macedonia, Japan, and Lebanon, based on the results of the previous teams. In fact, it was Palestine who came third in the previous tournament. Lebanon was fourth, but since Palestine couldn't field a team in this tournament, we decided to place Lebanon in the third seed. We're going to be doing 2 steps. The first step to pick up the head of the groups. It's going to be displayed on the screen before you. Straight away, when Chabelle will place the name, it will reflect straight away on which team they're versing and which field and the time, which we'll talk about it later on once we finish the draw for questions and answers with the team representatives. After this one, we're going to start doing the rest of the groups, to find out who's going to be versing the other one in the rest, to fill in the other groups. Thank you.
Okay, so first name, Aaron, do the honors. Lebanon.
So we'll see the head of which group?
This is for the groups.
Oh, okay. B1.
B1. B1. Lebanon.
Group A.
So we have Lebanon B1.
Yeah.
Japan.
Then you pull out the group.
Yes.
Yep.
A1.
So that leaves Macedonia. So that leaves.
Sudan, we're still having
All right, thank you very much, Aaron. So we have
three.
Macedonia is obviously second.
So that means Macedonia is head of the.
North Macedonia. C1, okay. We have our top seeds in their group. Thank you very much, Aaron. Good stuff. Okay. I'd like to bring Steve O'Connor to the stage. Steve, can you join us, please?
They're all the numbers, all the groups, and they're all the country names. They're in a separate one. هو الجروبس هو الأسماء.
Okay, Steve, just quickly, 44 times for the Socceroos. What's your outstanding memory?
I think playing in Scotland, against Scotland. It was way back. Someone said, oh, you played in the 90s. I said, oh, thank you very much. And it was the 80s, early 80s. So we played against Scotland to try and qualify for the World Cup. We got beaten 2-0 at Hampden Park in front of a huge crowd. And we drew back in Melbourne. We played the return leg. So we missed out, but things have changed since then.
You wore the badge 44 times. Just congratulations. Put your hands together for All right. Let's put the business in. First one. Hong Kong. You did coach up in Hong Kong.
I did, yeah. I did some coaching in Hong Kong, yes.
What were your thoughts on coaching in Hong Kong?
I enjoyed it. There was a funny story actually. I was over there helping out Manchester United because Fergie loves the horses. If you don't know, Ferguson's a real horseman, and the guy I was working with in Hong Kong is also into the horses. Happy Valley, you've probably heard of in Hong Kong, which is a big horse racing place. So because of this synergy with the horses, I finished up doing some work over there, so it was quite interesting. Yeah.
B2.
So we've got.
Hong Kong and Lebanon.
Yeah, so can I have the interest?
Correct. They're the ones that were drawn.
Iran.
C4.
Doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good.
Thank you very much, Steve, for a chance to get the deal. Thank you. I'd like to invite the mayor, Carl Ashcroft, to the stage, please.
Bro, you got the ticket for Iran? You got the paper?
Nepal.
مشان ما يخرب
C3. And one more.
One more card. Oh, one more, sorry.
Australia. Give him a group.
A2.
Two.
It's going to be very
All right. Thanks very much, Carl.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite the Honourable Wendy Lindsay to the stage, please. China. B3.
China, European. Wow.
عندك قصة
B.
Qatar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to invite Linda Volz, Honourable Linda Volz from Auburn to the stage.
Egypt. Do I get to go?
You won a free trip.
Egypt.
B4.
B4. All right, thank you very much, Linda. Much appreciated. Put your hands together for Linda. And next to the stage, Senator Mark Padaghi. Cyprus.
Cyprus, yes.
Give us back our banks.
I was going to say Chris Means, but... We need one from you. Cyprus. A3.
A3 for Cyprus. Great. Thank you very much. And Councillor Harika from Canada Bankstown Council. India. C2. Okay, that brings our draw officially to a close. Now we're going to have Q&A with the teams.
Yes.
Just to ask any questions, and then we'll finish off with a photo with representatives from all the teams. So